Hello everyone, it's Janelle with my final reflection. Um, it's nice to finally be at this point of the term. It flew by, but at the same time there was no shortage of things to do during the process, as we all know. Um, so just taking a look here, how does what you expected to learn compare to what you have actually learned? Well, I learned early on in this program to expect the unexpected, I guess. It's a little cliched, but I've learned that you don't generally know what a professor has in mind just based on the course title. There's quite a bit of flexibility, which is nice because you get a lot of different perspectives and methods and pedagogies and passions showing through. I found this course very heavy. Of course, it actually said that at the beginning of the course that it would be, and I've had a couple courses that have said that, and they never fail to follow through. They mean it. The development of the Moodle took a significant amount of time, and it really gave me perspective on how much time it should take to do it well. In the past, through my organization, I have done some Moodle development, but it's been very much, we have this course that we're already offering, someone's enrolled, we don't have any content. What can we do? So really it was becoming just a translation of text materials online. It wasn't very good, which is why I took the opportunity to redesign one of these modules with some actual pedagogy and online learning best practices behind it. And it was a lot of work, which made me realize you can't do these things quickly. I already knew that, however, I also hadn't done a very good job in the past, so I'm actually quite happy with how this has come up. And I will actually be taking it forward in my organization to show kind of, hey, this is what your online learning should look like, and if you want to see some better success rates, these are some of the things that we might need to look at. What else? I expected to explore a lot of technologies and to try a lot of different things, and I did. I don't even know how many hours I put into the projects altogether, with the intro module, the digital story, and the content module, not to mention the other stuff, but it's this term has easily been like working 2 full-time jobs, which is okay, because when the expectations are high, I will perform better. That is just kind of my personality. Core competencies. Well, it's nice to have some theory behind the practice. With this big push to online learning and digital tools and that sort of thing, I feel like oftentimes teachers are left floundering, especially without adequate training, which tends to happen. It's here's this technology, now go forth and use it, which doesn't really work that well, because just like our students, we need the education with this stuff too. So I guess I learned a lot. I learned a lot as far as synthesizing, and this course was nice because I was able to pull in some of the learning that I've done in previous courses in very practical ways. For example, there's a Ku and Koi article that I talk about in my reflections about an effective online learning community. I had read about it previously and thought it was interesting, but that was really as far as it went as far as application. It's like, oh yeah, I can see how this makes sense. But it was nice to actually be able to apply that in the creation of this course. So not only was it relevant and grounded in the content and articles provided for this course, I was also able to reach out and pull back in from a number of other courses as well. So it's nice towards the end of my program as kind of a final synthesis. It was really good. What else? Moving forward, well, education affects my education, of course. Technology affects my practice in a big way, and I have certainly become a leader in technology in my department. I'm always trying new things and taking risks, and pushing my students to use technologies in a holistic way, like go out and discover what you can do. And it's really interesting. Many of my students, actually all of my students, are recent immigrants, and most of them come from school systems where they don't have a lot of autonomy and choice. So it's quite interesting to watch them flounder about trying to figure this stuff out. It's really good though, and they have really taken it and run with it. I have also, been incorporating more and more is in incremental steps. The thing with my demographic is that we do certainly have an access gap as far as technology goes. So I really can't, and I try to avoid having them required to do things that require online learning outside of the classroom just because of access. So I don't want to disadvantage those that happen to have a computer over those that do not. So we do bring in flipped elements, but we do those flipped elements in the classroom prior to whatever then activity that will complement it. So it's a little bit different, but I guess it's kind of like it's a mini flip maybe, but I haven't really found another way to access that disparity gap in an equitable way, and I don't want to disadvantage students further. For my own practice in the future, well, right now I'm an instructor, but I also have a fair bit of autonomy as far as bringing technology in. As I mentioned, I will be taking my development project forward to just demonstrate some core, features that online learning should have. I don't see myself being an administrator anytime soon because the bureaucracy makes me want to pull my hair out. However, instructional design, certainly, and instructor I already am. Yeah, essentially I am walking down a really long hallway and I'm waiting for doors to open along the way, opportunities to grab as they pass by. But yes, it's been a really great course. It's been great learning with everyone. I've had a really fun time despite all the stress, but again, I kind of thrive on the stress, and I say that I'll be walking around the house going, I don't know what to do, what should I do? So yeah, it's been fun. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. It's been 7 minutes. Thank you for listening, and best of luck to everyone in the future. Enjoy your break and your pursuits.